Hey guys, Ethan at the West Great Falls House of Fly, and I am here today to talk about some tying stuff. We are getting new stuff in the shop all the time, especially with winter being the prime time to tie your flies for the summer. And so I just wanted to go over what we have and what we're doing and what's going on. We got this new dubbing spinner, dubbing loop tool. Today I was using the heavy, and this thing is super sick. It spreads the loop. You can throw in more materials, throw in all sorts of stuff. It's a Smen. It's from Denmark. If you know how to pronounce that, let us know in the comments. I clearly did not. But this thing is super, super sick. It spins incredibly fast. It gets you those dubbing loops all spun up nice and tight real quickly. And the weight of it is just great. It has a great undulance once you give it that spin. And the plus of having that spreader right there is really helpful when you're tying complex flies. So that was super cool. I was just messing around with a new material we have in the shop. It's a nutria, which is a rodent from South America. These things come in 12-inch, 3mm, and 5mm strips. I was using the 5mm to tie kind of an intruder style swing pattern fly. I was just freeballing it, so I don't know if it'll catch fish, but if it does, that'd be awesome. There's a couple things I really like about this stuff. It is super, super long with the guard hairs. It has these tantalizing fibers that are going to stick out way longer than the underfur. I was having a debate yesterday with one of my guys in the shop, and I was saying I wanted to put it in a loop and spin it. He said there's no way it would be long enough, but I can confirm if you take a pair of D-loop tweezers, you can section it off of the hide and throw it in a spun up loop. That's what I did here with this fly, and then I kind of trimmed around to give it the right profile. When you spin it in that loop, they stick out very bushily. It looks like a porcupine, and so just giving it a quick trim, you'll get that fly to where it needs to be to catch fish. This stuff comes in a couple different colors. I know we have white, orange, black, olive, tan, and brown right now. My favorite color, the one I'm using today, was the tan. I like it because the underbody, the underfur on the strip is a lot darker, and it has this nice kind of cream colored, like a raccoon almost look to the longer fibers on the top. And so it gives a lot of contrast on your flies, both in the sense of the fibers, but also in the overall profile. And so I'm really excited to get into this stuff. I think it'd be great on a variety of applications, from swing to streamer to, I think you could tie a ton of different nymphs with it. I think you could tie a lot of saltwater flies. I think this stuff would be great for saltwater flies. Yeah, so check it out. It's on the website. Give it a look. It's super cool. By the same company, we're getting a little bit of a Primo Squirrel strips. We have an olive, we have a black, we have a brown, we have a tan. I believe we even have a purple, a fuchsia. And these guys also come in the 3mm and the 5mm width strips. And there's a good chunk of them in here. These are $12. The colors are unbeatable. They're nice and solid through. The differences in the material isn't too bad that you're not going to be able to tie flies that are coherent to each other. And so, yeah, I would definitely check this stuff out. This is by Moonlit Fly Fishing. We have it in shop. We have it online. Give it a look. The next one that I haven't tied with today is Metz feathers. We're getting select single packs of both dry fly, woolly bugger, different hackles. I brought this one up because this is the one I'm most interested to tie with. This is the size 16 in a dun color. I think this is going to be great for doing VWO patterns, parachute style flies. It's going to be really good for doing probably midges. I know we do have a grizzly color in a size 18 that's down in the shop. That would be primo for tying Griffiths gnats when that season gets rolling around. Up here in Great Falls, it's a little windy right now, but yeah. Some other stuff we have gotten in the shop, and I'm super excited for this stuff. We've had it for a little while, but the guy who's doing it has kind of come out with his own logos, and yeah, this is a made in Montana variety of feathers from different kinds of birds. He guides out here on the Missouri River, and he also does guided hunting trips, and he just has a plethora of connections in the industry to get all sorts of different kinds of materials. And so the ones that I brought up, Hungarian partridge in bulk packs in a bag. He also does full Hun skins. We got CDC goose biots in a dun color, super good for dry flies. The barbels on these are unmatched. They're not very stemmy, and they're going to be floating really high and really well. And then for you guys that tie a lot of flies, there's a couple different colors. This is a duck base CDC, and this is 1/4 ounce packs. They're a little bit pricier than your solo packs, but I can almost guarantee you're not going to be disappointed with the material you're going to get from this. And so this stuff is super cool. Made in Montana. Over in Missoula, I believe, is where he's packaging everything. We're super thankful to have the connection with him, and all of his stuff is just top notch. Next up, we got a ton of Just Add H2O sculpting brushes, whether it be minnows, whether it be shrimp, whether it be whatever your imagination can come up with. We got it. A lot of 2-inch, a lot of 1-inch, a bunch of different colors. I just grabbed some of the ones that stood out to me being here in Montana on the Missouri. A lot of trout stuff. So I think these would be super good for sculpting up different streamers, as well as maybe tying some spay flies. There's some brighter colors down there that I think would be really good for putting hot spots on intruders, putting hot spots on pike flies, larger style flies, flies you want profile and to push water. That stuff would be really good for that. So guys, that's what we're rolling with nowadays. You can check out all of this new material either in House of Fly locations or on houseoffly.com. And yeah, we'll happily send them out to you. Or if you want to, you can come into the shop and we'll give you a tip.